In Ed Feulner. He is the president of the Heritage Foundation. I want to get back to this watering down idea. If the president brings in the Democrats, and he's bringing in the Democrats all over the place here, then you water down the impact of tax cuts, don't you?
Stuart, I think what's going to happen is they might not get 15% for the corporate rate, but in the low 20s, America will still be very much an attractive place for international investments. If we can repatriate those trillions of dollars of capital, and that's a bipartisan thing.
I don't think
there
it's
is a lot of bipartisanship out there.
Ed, with all due respect, I don't think that a 22% corporate tax rate is low enough to bring back a couple of $1 trillion. 15%, you talk about that, then you're going to get big repatriation. But I don't think that 22% works.
Well, 22%, low 20s. Stuart, we aren't just competing with Ireland. I mean, the United States of America is a lot better place to really have long-term investments, I believe, around the world than within Ireland. So we'll be competitive, and I think the president knows about where he wants to be. And from talking to Leader McCarthy and Speaker Ryan, I think they're pretty well on board with where the president wants to go. And, you know, the process, you're right, it's very complex, as you were just saying with your White House correspondent. But, by gosh, the House actually is in the process right now of finishing up all 12 appropriations bills. This will be the first time in about 12 years that they've gotten all the appropriations bills actually through in regular order. Okay. So there are some positive things happening down here in Washington.
Would you agree?
You know, I'm always an optimist, but
yes,
I am optimistic.
Would you agree with my premise that we are now seeing movement? A tax plan 2 weeks from now, the dinner tonight with Pelosi and Schumer at the White House, more meetings with moderates today, Republicans and Democrats. I see movement here, don't you?
Oh, I see a lot of movement. In fact, very honored. I'm going to be having dinner with the president not too long from now, and we're going to be talking about the same kind of issues. And I'm glad that he's trying to build out and reach across the aisle and see who can come along. I don't think necessarily it's going to be Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, but there are enough other members, I think, on the other side of the aisle who will come along.
Good stuff. Ed Feulner, Heritage. Thanks for joining us, sir. Come again soon. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yes, sir.